You have found the Titus Podcast Armageddon Update with hosts Christopher Titus, Rachel Bradley, and Ken Highland. And now, here's Christopher Titus with this week's Armageddon Update.
I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. You know, as the Christmas season progresses and our country regresses into 1930s Germany, Satan's masked elves are still yanking people off the street with no charges and are bombing boats thousands of miles from our shores.
It's only a few miles, I can swim it.
And refusing to let us see Trump's wakeboard boat snuff videos.
I'll be back with the little boat. The little boat?
You know, we can't see those videos because it's obviously all on the up and up.
You said you would have no problem with releasing the full video of that strike on September 2nd off the coast of Venezuela. Secretary Hegseth now says...
You said that. I didn't say that. This is ABC fake news.
Will you release video of that strike so that the American people can see for themselves what
I
happened?
don't know what they have, but whatever they have, we'd certainly release. No problem.
Do you realize what it took to make us forget the Epstein files? They had to blow up tiny boats and murder 87 people in the ocean just to make us turn away from the evidence that more than likely proves Kim Jong-orange raped kids. Because on the Trump horror scale, murder is worse than sexually assaulting ninth graders. And how do we know he did it? Well, because he won't release the files. How do we know he was a dumber student than Christopher Titus? Well, he won't show his school records. How do we know he cheated on his taxes? Because he won't show us his taxes. Well, I mean that and him being convicted of 34 felonies regarding his taxes. How do we know he's a criminal? Well, maybe being banned from owning a charity because he stole from kids with cancer or ripping people off with a bullshit university, taking a $400 million bribe from Qatar in the form of a plane and billions for his cryptocurrency. Or maybe he's a criminal because he pardoned 1,600 people who were convicted by juries. And he pardoned people for money, folks. How do we know he's failing? Because he won't give us GDP numbers, unemployment numbers, housing numbers, or inflation numbers, and on and on and on and on and on. But this holiday season, people, let's take a look at this Satan slave full of losers, criminals, ghouls, and morons. First, let's look at who has their heads the furthest up Beelzebub blowhard's colon. Stephen Miller. This arsenic suppository, poisoning and destroying all that our founding fathers say we stand for. Miller is the human version of slamming your hand in a car door, spouting white supremacist ideology, which is ironic because look at the dude. I mean, the man is the least of all white people, this pasty pussy, poorly performing pathetically. In fact, take him back, white people. We kept the receipt. Then you got this canned ham in a suit, Tom Holman. This dude's face is comprised of processed meat and racism. You know, this homeboy right here took $50,000, a bribe, in a bag of cash and said it was government business. Yeah, because we all do government business with a Trader Joe's bag full of Benjamins. Cool. Then we have Kristi Noem, plastic surgery addict and dog assassin who keeps cosplaying to the maximum and competence to a minimum. Fourth Reich Barbie is overseeing building concentration camps in America, where we keep the worst of the worst criminals, you know, preschool teachers, taco truck workers, busboys, and the people that make sure we have food. Yeah, some of them may have to spend Christmas Eve in a cage, wrapped in a foil blanket, after having their constitutional rights raped like an 8th grader on Epstein's island. Release the files! And then, we have this alcoholic tattooed Nazi in a bad suit full of hair gel and Heil Hitler. A fucking news guy is a Secretary of Defense, but because he's such a bro badass, he calls himself the Secretary of War.
Hegseth. Yeah. Secretary of War.
Because a dude whose last job was on Fox News, this man's man also put a makeup room in the Pentagon. Yep, that guy's a hammer-swinging, no-holds-barred warfighter. Yeah, listen to the roars from the soldiers during Hegseth's speech.
Move out and draw fire. Godspeed.
Secretary of War.
Yeah, this group of Satan's elves also includes an ex-heroin addict with a brain worm who thinks vaccines cause autism even though 55 studies over 40 years prove it doesn't. RFK looks like an extra piece of extra crispy KFC, and he's in charge of the nation's health, and his only qualification is he can do pull-ups, which is at least better than this douche.
Secretary of War.
Prices are up 24%. Well, Trump lies that they aren't. When Biden left, inflation was 2.4%. Now it's 3%. Start wrapping your mind around, people, what you're willing to do to save this country. We're going to have to start screaming insanity louder because the insane are currently running shit. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Nothing like having an aneurysm before Christmas. If you go down the list of morons, dipshits, and idiots, it's crazy. There's not one competent person. At least in the past, we can go, I don't believe with General Kelly. I don't agree with him, but Jesus, he's like competent. Or Billy. I'll get this fucking clown show of assholes. What the fuck? Hi, everybody. Christopher Titus Podcast. With me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
There can be only one. That's my flu voice, everyone.
Yeah, we got you being sick from your surgery. Got him sick from being sick.
From the cold.
You actually have monkeypox or SARS and brought it here to Combustion Lounge. We're all building immunity like we're in a petri dish right now.
We're in COVID part 2.
Yep.
We're going to do lockdown, do live streams, all of that.
I would love
Aren't
that.
you excited?
That would be amazing.
I've been working on it. You wished for it.
Except
Merry
we'll never
Christmas.
have COVID part 2 because they're not.
Reporting anything.
Uh-huh.
That was the end of my sentence. You heard it
I
there.
was about to say it
You were talking about there's nobody sane in the Trump admin.
at all.
And that feels like, doesn't it feel like
It's not even saying there's no good people.
you can't look to any one of them in the group and go, well, aren't you going to do what are these?
No.
The rest of your people?
There's actually no guardrails. Like there's like we had Milley and we had Kelly, and there were some people on the other side, and now all the Republicans have joined in too, and they're just like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's right. They were supposed to be the sane ones.
No, but then we get the Supreme Court going. We don't give a fuck. The Supreme Court's the most corrupt Supreme Court we've ever had, and that's saying something because we had some Supreme Courts in the past that weren't awesome.
It's interesting. I just learned this fact. Of all the Nazi documentaries, there's more to learn. Hitler also hired just shitty, unqualified people to run the departments.
Good managers hire people smarter than they are.
Yeah.
Good people, when we had the TV show, I said, I want the funniest people possible. And they go, well, what if they're funny than you? I go, good.
Uh-huh.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. That means I don't have to carry the ball the whole time.
Yeah.
And that people don't do that is crazy. So, but Trump can't stand anybody better than him. Musk, they don't last, right? Him and Musk didn't last.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Whoever comes up against him that's better than him, he gets rid of or starts talking shit about. Who else? Musk. Who else wrote the
Better
past?
is really subjective there when you talk
Well,
about
also,
people he surrounds himself with.
Is there anybody not better than him? I mean, if you look at all the people he's had, I mean, Noam shot her dog in the face and then talked about it, wrote about it. Like, do you understand the lack of empathy or self-preservation you have to be just talking about, hey, by the way, shot my dog in the face. Don't you know that that's horrible?
What human says that?
How do you not know that's horrible?
She cosplays in front of prisons, third world prisons, where people are being brutally beaten and starved and deported.
Yep.
And they didn't live there. They just got shipped there.
And some of them are people that actually have the right to be here. Or I love when they keep saying, every time we do something like on the Armageddon Update, I'll look at the comments and someone will say something to the effect like, man, we just want him here legally. And I'm like, then why are you arresting him at court? Why are you arresting him where they're doing it legally?
Native Americans have been arrested.
Did you know? Motherfucker, I was here before your people fucked it up. But so there's nobody. I mean, and then you got RFK, as I said, who looks like some chicken skin from KFC. I just don't. And that's the guy running our health.
There is something strange about, and I'm not, not making fun of how people look, but there's a Trump, like they all kind of look like a pack of vultures. Like there's a like Kristi Noem. They look like
they're the anti-Avengers, because if you look at all of them together, if you put Miller and Bannon, and Homan, man, Homan, honestly, there was a piece someone had cut. There was some just processed meat on a picture of it, and I looked it up, and it looks exactly like Homan. It's got
like spam.
He looks like spam. Looks like.
This is a theme in Star Wars, which it's a movie, right? Star Wars, the evil makes you sort of a prune, right? It sucks the life out of you. And they're onto something. This Trump admin, everybody's like kind of just off.
But those are also the people that live forever. That's what my mom said, that bitterness preserves them like a pickle.
Yep.
They will. That's why they say the good die young. So probably on my way out.
This is not a cold feeling.
I don't have a cold.
You do after today.
So, yeah, exactly.
That's what she said at the house.
In approximately 3 to 5 days.
You're gonna,
I had sinus surgery.
Oh God!
When?
Can we talk about this? This is okay.
And
so
then
I
I called them today, and I was like, "I think I'm very ill. Something's horribly wrong." And he goes, "Oh yeah, the symptoms mimic a sinus infection, day 7 to 10." And I go, "So after the 10th day, because it was a week ago." And he goes, "Well, some people say 10 to 14."
I love that our American medical community just gives you a window of whenever.
Ish.
Yeah.
Could be. We don't know.
Now, in the doctor's office, I sat there and heard it.
Yes.
She'll be fine in 3 days.
3 days.
Oh,
You'll
3
be
days.
back.
It's always 3 days.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know what they're making per operation, but it's got to be so over the top that they're like, because when she had another operation, major operation, 3 days. Remember?
Yep. You'll be back at work. 3 days later.
Did you work on your back in the bed?
Attached to the ceiling by my toenails and fingernails.
It was
he
horrific.
had to peel me off.
She was so in so much pain. We can't give you no more medication. Yeah, no.
Oh no, he didn't. He gave me a lot.
I'm going to go to Prince's guy, and then we got some trouble.
I'm going to go call Dr. Conrad. He is he out of jail yet? The nurse today probably said, but I can call in. He goes, so it's either mimicking a sinus infection, or you have a sinus infection.
Wait, wouldn't you know? You went in there.
No. It can cause it.
Oh, I see.
Because there's so much abrasion on deep up in here. He could see that when they got up here, the light on the video is actually shining out of my forehead.
You can see it. They got a
That's how deep it was.
I got video of it.
So you have a third eye.
I got video. We can put it on.
And they went here. No, we're not going to put that on.
We're not?
No,
awesome.
HIPAA laws. But
then
he said, I can prescribe antibiotics, which would speed along the whole process of cleaning everything out that was so backed up for so long. And I thought, why didn't they already?
Shouldn't you just do that?
He said, would you like that? No. I'd rather drag it out.
You mean the thing where all the snot is in my head that's now have open wounds? You don't want to actually give me some sort of medication that would maybe mitigate me getting sick? No? You're going to wait? Okay.
Let me just describe that photo.
That was a video.
Oh, that's a video.
I have a video too. The video is cool.
Remember when Tucker Carlson did red light treatment? Imagine that. But
they do look like balls in there. They do look like shriveled up balls. So they were getting rid of my turbinates because you probably have this too.
She has huge turbinates.
Turbinates are so big. They're like the little things in the sinuses, little balls that are attached to the wall.
They gather dust and stuff and they filter stuff up.
Oh, yeah. So that they're supposed to do that. Mine just got bigger and bigger and bigger until I could no longer breathe through my nose at all.
That's her nose.
Oh, that's.
Let me see.
It could be. It's funny how all the body parts seem to kind of look the same.
Yeah, that actually wasn't my nose. Wrong video.
That's it.
Oh, God, that does look like a vagina.
Yeah, it does look like a vagina.
Yeah,
but
not
really,
a good vagina.
But one that's
though.
really hidden, like one that's down a small,
one that's been well used. I didn't know that. My nose looks like a vagina.
Everybody's nose does.
Everybody's turbinating to that video.
So I have a sinus infection. I go, my lymph nodes are huge. And when I blow my nose, it's not a normal color. And I'm feverish. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's totally normal. They never mention that, ever. Although,
So if it's totally normal, why didn't you give us the antibiotics?
although
Right.
I won because I met my deductible, and that's why I did this right before Christmas, because I didn't have to pay anything to
Speaking
get
of
this
other
done.
stuff, we decided right before Christmas.
So I won.
We we need to do. We gotta fix the ceiling. The ceiling has problems. So we get the guys come in. They cut a hole in the ceiling because we may have some water in the ceiling. And guess what? There's some water in the ceiling. Now then they found there's another leak somewhere else. So now this thing that was going to take 2 days is now going to be weeks.
It's the same.
Fucking weeks of work. I am. No good deed, man. No good deed goes unpunished.
Well, so we had bubbling and peeling of the drywall in 2 places in our kitchen.
Then the dining room.
ceiling.
Oh, in this kitchen.
It was a piece this big over
so
the years.
I didn't say a size. I just said we had bubbling, and outside of that, those 2 patches, you could see like kind of loosey goosey circles, concentric, like kind of around where there had been water, but it had dried. Oh, they were quite. As Shauna said the other day, your ceiling is going to fall on you if you just keep leaving that at some point. But it looked like it had obviously dried. It happened. We don't know when it dried. We don't know. So that's why they cut open the ceiling, because they were just going to replace that drywall.
Yeah.
And then once you open something,
yep.
it's
it's the money pit. It's the movie. It's
Yeah.
the movie. It's like you can't help but if you own a home, you're so. Anytime you go, all right, we're gonna have to go into the wall. Okay.
And now we're going to go
Kids,
to
you're
the
not
wall.
going to college. Just want you guys to know, and we're gonna be driving the same car for the next 8 years. Just want you guys to know that you guys' shoes are gonna be rare. We're gonna resole them. Why? Because they went to the wall.
Now they're going to the ceiling.
Now they're going to the window.
Now
to
they're at the neighbor's
wall.
house.
Oh God! Why don't you just cut off my balls? It's.
Have they found the source yet?
yes,
Is it what's
the toilets upstairs
okay?
leaking through, but not all the time.
But they also did. So they ran a pipe through the joists.
Oh,
except
yeah.
they drilled the hole off.
Mhm.
So instead of making a bigger hole,
Not these people. Explain.
Oh, the cousins. No, the people that I guess remodeled the house. So what they did was they took a straight piece of PVC and forced it through, so it's got a bend in it, which puts all the stress on it. So every little earthquake, so now that pipe is. We open the ceiling and that's cracked now.
That's
like
not up to
it's
code.
like you just want to go cousins.
Yeah.
Don't let your cousins work on your house.
And now
That's
we'll show
such
that
an
video.
LA thing, though. I
What?
never saw that until I moved here.
What?
That cousins.
Oh God!
Every house we've lived in, it's like the drywall. This house is a little extra, I will say. Like the door, you could tell they cut a hole and it didn't fit, so they just put it in,
Yep.
and so the door's like hard to slide open. Like these cousins were very committed to being shitty. And the drywall guy today cut open the ceiling. I guess it's customary when you do work in a ceiling before you close it to clean it. Well, he cut it open, and he said they threw all the garbage up there. It all landed on him.
Whoever was working upstairs just filled the floor before they put the new tile on.
See, this is where regulations are needed. I think in California, because the weather's always so nice here, they're so loosey-goosey
very
about
loose.
inspections and what's
even
up
the
to
balcony.
code. And they just get away with shit. If the contractor knows
Yeah.
that he doesn't have to really abide by any, zoning or codes or whatever, he's not going to do it. There's going to be beer cans in the drywall.
This is the most Dennis he's ever done.
Well, we have it. Go ahead.
If there's no codes, if the codes aren't up to standards, what will happen is the construction people, as i.e. Contractors, can they just get away with anything?
I was a civil engineer for quite a while.
That's right. I
But
forgot.
there is.
You forgot
I
about
forgot
that.
you really have a background in
Yes.
this shit.
There is code, but nobody in LA,
They don't enforce it.
they don't report that they're doing work.
Did you engineer it or did you work on this stuff?
Engineered it.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I first came in, all the plans I looked at, I would open them up and go, this is going to flood. This is going to flood.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't know.
Give a shit.
Really
Well,
give a shit.
and here it's harder because the earthquakes, and especially living in the hills, everything's just settling just a little bit every day. Speaking of cousins, this episode brought to you by Aura Frames. I had to talk about this again because I have been talking about this for the last week with everyone who will listen. Aura is like one of those things that you really don't get the value of until you use it. And then it is mind-boggling. So we have an Aura frame in our living room.
So what it is, guys, is you basically get the app. You take all the photos that you have to find through your phone or in your computer. You make a giant folder, and then you put it on the Aura frame, and you can set it for timing and stuff. And you just set it on the counter, and it was phenomenal.
It's a digital photo frame. And I think that the coolest thing about it to me that they have done differently is that you can collaborate. So let's say that I send you an Aura frame for Christmas, which I might do. Surprise. But the Carver frame, which is the one that we have, Carver mat that we're using. And I can then send you a text to collaborate with me. You download the Aura app and I can add photos. And then we can like each other's photos. But so I've given you this gift. I can load it from afar. Or after you get it, we can keep building our album. It's kind of crazy.
Can the giver override the approvals of the photos?
You can delete any photos on the frame. You can actually hold your finger on it in the moment and then choose to delete it. You can operate it that way or from the app. So yes.
Because I was thinking of giving it to my mom and just putting all handsome Joe Biden.
I was going to say pro Joe,
Yeah.
pro Joe Biden. I kind of love that. The thing that I have really found about this that blows my mind is that I have thousands and thousands and thousands of photos on my phone that I never see, that I can never find. And this is now they are just scrolling past constantly. And I'm getting to see photos that he took of different times that I've never seen. And they're just scrolling by, and people came over to the house the other night and everybody ends up stopping and just standing in front of it and watching to see what the next photo is. It's actually been really fun. I think this is the perfect Christmas
But
gift.
also remember how many times you sat down and, whether once in a year people get together, they get the photo albums out and they look at it and they're like, oh yeah. This thing's just sitting on the counter. So you walk around and you go, oh, wow, you remember that day? And all of a sudden, you know what it does? It created, like with me and Ray and family and friends too, because we put all our friends on it and you're on there. There's an affinity.
At least you will be before you come over.
Like you create an affinity. Like all of a sudden, you're like, oh, remember when we did that? And all of a sudden, so let's say if you have a party anxiety, if this is just your house and a bunch of people are over, you go, but yet you have all these pictures.
The ceiling's about to fall.
Unless it's just pictures of just you, because you have party anxiety, so there's no pictures.
Here's our plumbing problem.
And so, but it was what I really like. Really, I have to be honest. I did not, like she said, I did not think it was going to make me as happy as I did. I thought, okay, it's a picture thing. It flips pictures. And then grandma kept coming up and people we've lost keep popping up. We started telling mom.
Marshall.
Yep. My buddy. And you start, oh, I remember that. Yeah. So it's
actually, guys, before my girls came over the other night for penis Christmas cookie night, I loaded a bunch of photos from my phone. I wasn't even home, just added a bunch of photos of them at different things so that when they came, they were going to see themselves on it too. So this is for the person that you don't know what to get. It is such a high level gift to give someone that they are going to be thanking you for forever. For a limited time, you can save on that perfect gift. If you go to auraframes.com, they're going to give you $35 off the best selling, the one I was telling you about, the Carver mat frame. It's the perfect size. It's the one we have standing up on the counter. It's number 1 by Wirecutter ranked. You use promo code Titus at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code Titus. That deal is exclusive for you guys, and the frames do sell out. So order yours now to get it in time for the holidays, and then support us by saying Titus Podcast at the end of your order. Auraframes.com, promo code Titus.
Grandma, mothers, aunts, and what you do is what the deal is you actually preload it. You preload it with all, and then so they turn it on, and all of a sudden it's like, and they're gonna burst into tears.
Like what I mean is, before, like when you order it, you can do that from another state.
Yeah.
it's like you don't have to be there in the same. I think it's funny to use for practical jokes too.
Totally. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Oh, I got a pitch for you guys. All right, guys, for your aura frames, it does video too.
Yes, it does.
So
30 seconds, right?
you can so do this. You pose with somebody or just yourself and take a video, act like you're still, and then I think it's like a 30 seconds, and then time it to go do something like,
hey! So they're just like, is that because it does sometimes it does because the thing is you could hold it because it does that live photo thing too sometimes where your phone does live photos. So even if you move it a little bit, they it's a live photo.
Yeah.
And then
then
you got
The Carver one is 10.1 inch, which is perfect, but they do have a 15-inch display that I want.
What would be great is if they did one like a picture, like a giant picture.
This was
pretty soon it's turning into a TV.
He had this idea, which was great, but then you did say, "Oh, I guess we could just
we
use
have
the
this.
TV." We forgot. He wanted to do art, like have a big a frame and just put our favorite art on it.
That would switch every 5 minutes every day.
Yeah.
Which we could do from the TV.
We have
but we don't.
I want to talk about what a lying fuck our president is. I got to be honest with you. He said remember when he was talking about, they asked him, was it Caitlin Collins? He went after, by the way, I've never seen a man more afraid of women. This man, the disrespect, the shit he talks. It's like, I don't even know. How did any women vote for this douchebag? Do women like to be treated like that?
I don't know. The piggy
I'm
comment.
asking you.
I do not like to be spoken to in that way.
But what did he say? He goes, he goes, are you a dumb person?
Yeah,
are you a dumb person?
Yeah.
By the way, he said this, he said they asked about the video for the boat explosions. Where we've murdered 87 people now in the middle of the ocean with no proof of anything that they were taking drugs. One of the boats was actually a gas. It carried gas to gas stations, sort of boat gas stations to docks, and they blew that one up.
Our U.S. military has now seized an oil tanker off of the Venezuelan coast. Trump announced today.
Why
it's unclear who owns
why are we going to
that
war
tanker
with Venezuela? I don't understand. So here's what happens. So they say, will you show the video of they blew up a boat? It was sinking. 45 minutes later, Hegseth calls in and goes, kill everybody. And they sent another thing and killed them and basically scattered people. And the people that have seen the video and even the people that are in our government said it's horrible. Murder. It's horrible. They said it was horrible.
2 guys hanging off of the little boat, waving in what most Republican and Democratic lawmakers described as surrender.
Right. So they blew it up. He says, we'll show you the video. He goes, yeah, we'll give you the video. Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? Reporter goes, so when can we see the video? I never said I was going to give you the video.
Oh my God.
We have fucking video of you saying you'll give us the
He
video.
said
within
to
days.
a female reporter, I never said that. You said that. Like that. I was like, oh shit.
Didn't someone call him on it? Didn't someone go, you're president, not God? Didn't someone say that to him?
I know the Newsmax chick said, oh, come on, please. When he said failing or whatever, I'm going to ask ChatGPT why he's so interested in oil tankers. Because I thought you were talking about that one from today. We have just today, he's announced seized an oil tanker. Nobody knows who it belonged to, who owned it. It was just sitting off the Venezuelan coast. Trump said, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela. Large tanker, very large. So dumb. You guys, he's so dumb.
They have
adding that
tanks. Do you guys know they're called
other
tankers?
things are happening. So you'll be seeing that
They have
later.
tanks. That's the tankers. That's what they call them. Do you guys know that? Did you know where do you know how dumb you have to be to want to let everybody know how smart you are? Like you have to be so fucking dumb to go.
Groceries is not an old word.
Affordability. It's an affordability hoax. Motherfucker, you said it 500 times before you got elected.
Exactly, on the campaign trail.
And the funny thing to me is that when Biden left, inflation was dropping to 2.4, 2.7. It's 3 now, and he's going, things are coming down in prices. No, they're not. Energy's up 19%. Electricity up 19%. Groceries are up like gas, depending on the part of the country, is either up or down. That's one. But I don't understand the mind fuck that he can just like here's the facts and he just goes nope.
It's either there's a combination of his dementia. It's hard to tell if it's dementia or he's just an absolute lying fuck.
Well, he's just
'Cause
dumb.
He's both and dumb.
It's the guy that writes the biographies, Michael Wolff, said, "You're not thinking of what the most obvious answer is." I've interviewed him. I've talked to him for many years. He's actually just really dumb. And this whole thing about affordability makes me crazy because the things that he says in the English language just don't make sense.
She's an English major too, guys.
It doesn't make, he just sounds so dumb to me, so obviously dumb. I don't get it. Affordability as an idea cannot be a hoax. All it means is whether or not people are able to afford or not and how they feel about that, right? So how is affordability a democratic hoax?
And also a hoax to everybody, because affordability to him, he can afford anything because he's grifted all this money.
Exactly.
But other people can't afford it. So like
what?
Like how do you lock it all down to one thing?
He also doesn't know the difference.
Affordability hoax.
He doesn't know the difference between inflation and costs, like prices. That's the different. He's like, we're going to bring prices down.
He doesn't know. You could have just ended the sentence.
That's
he
it.
doesn't know anything.
But he also, it's a tell. Anytime he accuses anyone else of something, which he's always calling these reporters stupid and whatever, he's a low IQ person.
Oh, what did you
He's
all
always,
women.
He's talking about himself every fucking time.
The test I passed was flying cognitive test I passed flying colors. You couldn't pass it. What the fuck? Like, what do
you too.
I'm on the plane with you. What do you do? Like,
you said that
why
to a
for
female
any
reporter.
reason would you couldn't pass it, or I gotta go? What? but it's beyond everything else, stupid. What an asshole! Constantly. You know what? W. Say what you want about W. W was maybe not the smartest guy in the world, but he was a nice human being. He was a decent human being. You know, when we met him, he was a decent human being. And he hung out with, Clinton and him went and raised money for like charities and stuff. I don't quite understand. And did you see what happened with what Europe did? He's kind of fucked now. We are about to start. One of two things is going to happen, I think. Either Trump's going to back off and let Europe do what they're going to do to Putin, or we are going to side with Putin. And when that happens, all hell's going to break loose. So the European Union got together and basically told Putin, you got 24 hours. Here's what we're going to do. Either you start working on the peace plan with Zelensky, or we are going to sanction you like a motherfucker, and we're going to send a bunch of weapons to Ukraine.
Like a leader.
Yeah. Like somebody. Didn't the guy of all people? Didn't the guy, like the leader of Canada, you just start something yesterday too?
I don't know. I can't keep up.
Can you look it up just to see?
I did just see that he has now said that reporting about his age and stamina is seditious and perhaps even treasonous.
Oh, by the way, he's sick, he's old, and he's stupid, and he's 80. There you go.
Well, they didn't say that. It was 2 weeks ago, New York Times published a report on how he's been showing his age. You know, he's been asleep during cabinet meetings and press conferences he called. He's been videoed and photographed like this.
I need all the reporters out there. Why? Because I need a nap. I need everybody there.
And he's been getting that nursing home hand.
Oh my
God.
God.
Every 2 weeks.
I'd like to welcome you guys to my nap time, my siesta.
I'm playing checkers today.
But all they did was report that, and he said it's illegal for them to cover that way. He said that they are committing treason and sedition.
Yet all he did was talk about how old Biden was. All he did
Constantly.
was talk
Sleepy
about
Joe.
how Sleepy Joe. All he did was talk shit about Biden's age and his cognitive. And I watched Biden this last week do a speech, and I was like, why? What? Maybe what? Yeah. He's fine.
And he sent people to the Capitol for sedition.
Yeah, that was actually seditious.
That didn't happen. It was peaceful. It was a love fest.
Democrat hoax.
Can you look up the European thing?
I just don't know how to look up European thing. I'm not sure what I'm. Like, how do I
look up a European Union gives Putin an ultimatum. That's what I would say.
Oh, okay. That's a little more specific. This episode brought to you by Fitbod. Fitbod is heavily used in our household by
pun intended
this person, And very good.
It's in there somewhere.
He's actually been doing it for 2 years as of this past month, November. And it's something that he is not only kept up with, doesn't lag, even at holiday times, keeps the commitment, comes home sometimes at 10 o'clock at night and says, I got to get my workout in, because it's tracking him. So now it's a competition, which is his favorite thing.
7 weeks, 4 times a week. I'm at 7-week streak right now.
Wow.
Now,
So Fitbod is a workout app, fine-tuned by professionals, by personal trainers.
do you know what I also noticed with it? What I noticed recently? So it gives you the workout you put in. Let's say you want to. Now you can do one of two things. You can let it pick the workout for you, and by the end of the week, it'll work out 100% of your body parts, like every push-pull muscles, legs, everything. It'll may spread it all out. You may do like this really weird. You'd be doing legs, arms, or you can say, all right, I want to do arms, I want to do buys and chest today, and abs, and then you put that in, and it gives you the workout, and you do that, and then if you try to do it again, it won't light it up. It's kind of like, nah, you already did that.
The exercises or the body parts?
The body part.
It's trying to force you.
It tries to force you to do, to stay healthy,
balanced. Yeah.
So the great news about it is it keeps giving me different stuff all the time. I've been doing this. I'm 6 weeks into a 4-day a week workout, and I work out hard and I noticed this week it backed everything off.
It's the
And
holidays.
but I was like, why? It didn't make it harder. I thought, it's giving me a recovery week. It must be good. So yesterday, you guys, I'm an older gentleman now. In our shop, in our studio, we have 24-foot ceilings, and I have a giant climbing rope that's 24 feet high. Because of Fitbod, I put it in my thing. You put all your equipment in. I put climbing rope.
It's like an airport in here, basically.
It kind of is. And Fitbod goes, all right, you got to go up the rope 3 times, and it's 24 feet.
You can put in climbing rope to Fitbod?
Yeah, it's in there. Yeah.
Did you have to do that, or did they have that?
It was in one of the things, ropes.
Wow.
They have battle ropes too,
That's
but
cool.
so, and it said, it said 8, it made me 8 reps. And I don't know if that's 8 climbs or whatever, because it takes about 11 to get to the top of that one. And I climbed that 24-foot rope 3 times yesterday. And I thought, at my age, that I can do that is really 100% because of Fitbod. I will say this: I used to pay a trainer, and it was more than 1 year of Fitbod costs for 1 session. Yeah. And now I
think because you need variety, right, for your workout, or else you get bored and you don't do it anymore. Or it can't be too difficult to make it happen. Like if you have a drive in traffic or whatever, or the gym's always packed or whatever.
Can't get on the machine.
Yeah, this makes it so that you can, if you need to, do it from home and get a better workout, even if you don't have weights. Like you input all of your things, what your goals are, what your equipment is, and you can have different profiles, like when he's on the road or when he's home or if he goes to a gym or whatever. And so it's really custom created with AI around you, and every day changes and tracks you. So it raises your weight, which sometimes causes yelling in the house.
Like I can tell you how many millions of pounds I've lifted in 2 years. I'm not kidding. It gives me how many pounds I've lifted over the last 2 years of doing it. The other thing that I really like about it, it's got a timer on it. So let's say you get done with, it'll break it up into supersets, right? So 3 sets or 2 sets depending. And you get done with the second exercise in the superset, and then it'll go boom, it'll start counting down a minute. You get a minute rest.
Those really
and then here's the bane of my existence.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, okay, I'm not ready.
I just totally lost my train of thought. My head is very packed with things that don't look good when they come out. Tracks your achievement. So it has progress tracking charts and weekly reports you get a wrap up of the week, and sharing cards. So you can share them if you have friends or family that are doing Fitbod. You can do that with Jet. And so you guys can compete even within yourselves, or not compete, but congratulate each other or whatever. So it's
like a body composition, like body fat percentage. Awesome. It
has all of it.
It's everything you need.
Like muscle. And then if you go like here, like I can see week to week. Like right now, because yesterday and today, yesterday and the day before I did it. So I'm at 70% of my muscle use right now. And which means I got to do it. So when I go over 3.
Look, your weekly workout report is ready.
And there's December workout so far.
Hit your report. Let's see what that looks like.
Wait.
In red.
Oh, view my weekly report. Yeah. Okay. It says.
So this makes
this is last week,
people come
workouts.
Back to it.
4 workouts.
Wow, look at that.
Weightlifted.
Hold that up.
69,230 pounds.
Holy shit.
Because it adds up
Look
to
at
me the
you.
40 pounds. It does that. Workout duration, hour 23 minutes. Calories burned 1378.
That's wicked.
Like the great, and you never get that from a trainer. And it's
and it's cheap. Level up your workout. Join FitBod today to get your personalized workout plan. You can get 25% off of your subscription, or you can try the app for free for 7 days at fitbod.me/Titus. That's FITBOD.me/Titus. There's no better time. Don't wait till after Christmas for the new year, because this is the time to do it, because you're going to eat and drink so much for Christmas. I like to think of my workouts during the holiday season as counteracting everything I'm doing.
This is
I got to work out harder today because tonight I'm eating
cookie,
cheese.
2 cookies, 3 cookies, and this is pie, and this is pie.
Exactly. Europe, the EU said fund Ukraine now, or you'll pay a far higher price if Russia wins. This was the European Council met and came to a consensus. Why? What point are you wanting?
They threatened Russia with Putin with sanctions, and they threatened them with that they'll arm. Okay, if the U.S. isn't going to jump in, we'll arm Ukraine.
The most realistic financing option that they're currently considering is what they're calling a reparations loan that's backed by frozen Russian assets. They have more than $200 billion of immobilized Russian central bank assets held in Europe.
Oh,
that would be sufficient to bankroll Ukraine's defense for 2 years. With Russian reparations set to cover.
Well, they were trying to. Here's the problem with real democracies. Real democracies try to follow the rules, but at one point you got to go. You know what, man? You invaded. You were basically outside Donbass for while Trump was president the first time. You invaded Crimea. You took over. It's like, what the fuck? If you're not going to follow any rules at all, then we don't have to. So we're going to take all your money and we're going to give it to these guys to fight you.
Well, Trump is reportedly, people are coming out and telling them, working behind the scenes to obstruct this reparations loan.
He's been working with Russia since '87.
His cabinet officials argue that those frozen Russian assets should instead become bargaining chips during negotiations with Putin to end the war.
I can see why it took a while for them to get pissed off. They're the same people that came up with IKEA and Lego.
They want to make it easy, want to follow through the store. Also, didn't Zelensky say that the only deal he'll accept is no land given up? Zelensky was like, no, we're not giving you, you don't get to keep anything. Fuck off.
So
you invaded us, asshole.
Belgium has the largest portion of immobilized Russian funds in Europe. They are the biggest obstacle to the deal because they're complaining that seizing the Russian assets would expose Belgium to legal liabilities that could bankrupt them. So
I'm sorry. Wait.
That does accuse us that's going to expose us to some legal liabilities. The guy that invaded another country.
I would argue that they're not afraid of bankruptcy. I would argue they feel a little too close to Russia over there to go in any buildings with more than one floor.
And what do you need? 50 grand? You're good.
what is the because I also read that Russia is in really bad shape right now. They're not paying their troops. They don't have the money to fund new weapons. People are getting pissed. I mean, from what I heard was what I was been reading online is that Russia, they thought they were going to take over in 3 days. They said that Russia is going to take. They said they were going to take Kiev in 3 days. It's now been 3 years. Is it 3 years now?
Gosh, that's crazy.
And so
Putin has warned Europe, if you want war, then Russia will come for you.
This is so great. You know what's great about this is that we've had First World War, Second World War, and now it looks like we're looking down the barrel of a Third World War. just because human beings are stupid as shit. I hope that comet, that 3I Atlas, is not just a rock. I keep seeing reports that it's weird. It's leaving weird contrails. It's weird.
It's on patrol.
It goes behind the sun, but then it makes a turn that it shouldn't be making.
It's blinkers.
Exactly. There's a camera on it. It's got a stereo in it.
There's trash coming out of it.
For some reason, we're in here Tupac playing loudly.
It's got rims.
Exactly. Why? What is this thing? It's not a comet.
Japan is also trying to block it. They obviously dealt a major blow to the idea. Russia, Belgium as well. I don't know. Is everybody just afraid of him? The G7 representative for Japan said he cited legal barriers aligning Tokyo with Trump, which also opposes the plan. France has similarly declined.
I guess
Canada, UK are all in.
I guess at one point you sometimes we get irritated. You get the most like lawless fucking human being in Putin. Literally people falling out of windows who disagree with him. And his buddy, our president, another just the most lawless human being. And I think I guess I see the point is if there's no rules, then it's just a free for all the time. And also they can just go, well, you guys did it too, which they will do anyway. So I guess I see the point. But when Canada goes, fuck them, save their money, I think it's time. In England too, right? The UK is right.
UK is full in, Canada is full in.
So the most polite countries are like, no, let's take this guy's money.
Except this time we're on the side of the axis of evil. So
Yes.
Japan is siding with Russia, and so is Trump.
I just think that some people are scared. I think Trump just likes Putin, respects him, is buddies, or at least wants to be buddies with him, as he tweeted many years ago. What did he say? I think we could be best friends or something years ago.
Or Putin has a lot of Trump. Trump doesn't like anybody.
PP tapes. Speaking of PP, this episode brought to you by Lumen. That has nothing to do with peeing.
That's a pregnancy test. That's not Lumen.
But Lumen, world's first handheld metabolic device. Combine this with Fitbod, you are done. You are locked and loaded for your hot girl, hot boy summer next year. Lumen also gives you a personalized nutrition plan after you do your morning breath. It's this big. Tony Horton calls it the fitness kazoo. You blow, it tells you on a scale of 1 to 5 what you're burning, carbs or fat. It explains all of this to you, by the way. And then it gives you a nutrition plan for the day and suggested recipes, which are awesome. And all you have to do is follow that. You will not believe some days what they tell you to do. It makes sense. And you will be shocked the next day when you get on the scale. And when you start blowing better numbers, higher numbers. Well, higher meaning 1.
There's always a day where you have to load up on carbs.
Can we change it to breathing higher numbers? When you breathe into it instead of blowing, can we just when you breathe, I breathe a 1 or a 2. What do you? I blew a 2. Oh my god, how drunk were you? It just always sounds odd. So you
can also breathe into it before workouts, after workouts, to see the difference that it makes for your metabolism and meals. You can breathe before, breathe after, and see how certain foods affect you. And they teach you this. You can click on things, explain why this works. And you learn, and it actually does train your metabolism to be as efficient as possible so that you will get to points where you can have a cheat meal and your metabolism is cranking so well that it just goes. You don't gain a pound.
What it did was here's how surprising it is, people. So, well, I've been breathing like 4s and stuff, and it's just whatever I'm eating it's not working out. And you know, it's weird. I'm not eating enough. I've messed something up.
Yeah.
So I got back on it. I started using it again, and then what happens is my energy centered. Everything, I felt better. Yeah. Yes, my anxiety went down.
Weight management.
And then I'm like, all right, well, I got to keep these carbs under this level. And then one day it gives me this high carb day. It's like 230 grams. And I'm like, I'm going to be fat because I breathed.
I say blow. Because you blew a 2 or a 1 3 days in a row. That's when you get carb load days, and you will be scared. You will be shocked.
And then you'll lose 2 pounds.
Yes,
like
it's the
like this high carb
craziest
day,
thing.
you lose 2 pounds, and and so when I breathe into it, it is like a game. Sometimes when you're like it goes 1, 2, 3, no 4. Oh,
I hate that.
It's interesting. You would think that because I still, after these carb load days,
Mhm.
no matter when, like I've done it 50 times, and every time I still go, that can't be.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and then it
right, it's
still
wrong.
works. So it knows you better than you know
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Because you would, without this, you would go, I'm gonna just be keto the whole fucking time.
Yeah. No, this is your body needs balance.
Yeah.
And also, instead of having to enter your food, let's say you have some food, I can enter it. Let's say you eat a package, something like we have the Kirkland chicken I get in, and it's a can. And I just grab the phone. It's got a thing. You hit it. You put it on the scan the barcode, and it does loads all the macros
love
instantly.
that. Yeah.
Instantly. It's
It
like
also now will take a picture of your plate
Mhm.
and figure out what you're eating
Good
and
part.
about how big it is, and then you can tweak that, but it just simplifies everything. Get back into your health and fitness. I suggest starting this before Christmas as well, or if you know someone that's struggling. I could not make my weight budge, could not. And I did this and I lost between 10 to 12 pounds, depending on the day. It changed my life. So great gift to give to somebody for Christmas that's struggling with that. Go to lumen.me/Titus. You'll get 15% off of your Lumen. That's lumen.me/Titus for 15% off your purchase. Fed cut interest rates by 0.25.
They did that again. And so here's the thing someone pointed out about Trump. They said that because the stock market keeps going up, he thinks everything's fine.
Yes.
Doesn't seem to matter that nobody can afford anything. Also, just want you guys to know this is another fuck up. Okay, so the first time he was president, he imposed tariffs on all these countries. Well, guess what happened? Our farmers lost all their contracts, right? All of them. So he had to write farmers, it was $23 billion. That was the first term he had
Our
to do
tax
that.
money.
Of our tax money, our taxes that are supposed to go for us, that could go to healthcare, which would, by the way, if we had universal healthcare, it would save $450 billion a year. But moving on. We bailed the farmers out the first time. Some of them still went bankrupt. I think the bankruptcies in farmers, the first term went up 24%. He this week just gave them another $12 billion to bail them out because the tariffs.
Because he did it again.
Yeah, because he did the same How stupid are you to do the same fucking thing that you did the first time that didn't work, and it didn't work again, and then you gave farmers to. Now, all I can think of, what's the scam? Doesn't it sound like it's Trump? What's the scam?
I just think he's dumb.
Is there a kickback?
He makes mistakes, or he does things to help his buddies, and then when people get mad and his polling numbers continue to tank, then he tries to fix it.
Yeah.
He does care very much about the stock market. If that goes down, that's the only thing that really gets him to do anything, but he doesn't realize most Americans don't own stock.
He also gave the soybean sale to Argentina.
No. He gave them.
Didn't he give them?
He gave them money.
Wait, here's what happened. So
yeah.
Argentina and Venezuela took China. China actually said, fuck you. And they went everywhere else in the world to get their soybeans. Now, before that, China bought so much of our soybeans, like
60% or something.
Yeah.
Right?
It's insane. Like these farmers had contracts for a decade.
Yeah.
Well, when Trump did the tariffs, all the Chinese companies, because he violated the contract, they cut the contract.
Yeah.
So they lost all so China went, fuck y'all, and went somewhere else.
Mhm.
So now, and what's her face? Lion Levitt?
Caroline Levitt?
Yeah. She goes, well, Trump got the Chinese to buy our soybeans again. No, Biden did that, and then Trump lost it again, and now he got it back. And Biden was selling it was 18 billion, and Trump got him, or 28 billion, whatever, and Trump got him to buy 8 billion again after cutting the tariffs. So we have the dumbest human being, the most evil human being. He's a criminal. 34. He's got 34 felonies. He won't release the files. He won't release his records. I said this in the Armageddon update. He won't release his school records, which proves he's dumber than me. He won't release anything from his taxes. That's why he's got 30, but he does have 34 felonies. He won't release the files. He won't release the economic numbers. He won't release the unemployment numbers. How the fuck are you people even following this guy? Like, I still don't
He
understand.
wouldn't release his taxes.
Yeah, at this point, you're just dumb. At this point, you know what? I think that the maggots are in a bad relationship.
I don't,
No, they're in a bad relationship. They're like, he told me
Marjorie Taylor Greene said that about herself.
He told me he was going to lower prices, and he didn't. He will though, right? He's going to lower prices. Hey, he said that he was going to make America great again. It's not getting great again.
I'm sorry, honey. He's not.
No, he said he was.
No, it's okay.
He said he was going to release his school records. Maybe some got lost in the mail.
Here's a blue hat. Put this blue hat on.
No, libtard.
Marjorie Taylor Greene said that in her video. Remember, I refused to be
an abused wife.
Mm-hmm. So
a
there's
battered
some
woman, whatever.
Battered. That's what it was.
Hey guys, obviously he's your president. He's very in touch with you. Let me just give you a snippet from his little rally that he did yesterday at a casino. In
front of a dildo shop.
Emil Bove came to the rally. So now there has been a misconduct complaint filed against him because he, despite everyone's best efforts, is now a federal judge. And a federal judge went to a political rally. He said during this rally, you can give up certain products. You can give up pencils. They only need 1 or 2. They don't need that many. You don't need 37 dolls for your daughter. 2 or 3 is nice, but you don't need 37 dolls.
Pencils? Like what? What pencils? You don't need 37 pencils.
I'm sorry. 37 dolls.
Well, but here's what I think.
Who's ever gotten 37 dolls?
But also,
you
can also tell how shitty his Christmas gifts are. Like, Eric, Don Jr., pencils.
36 dolls for you.
They got the dolls. I'm sure Ivanka got the pencils.
But only 2 pencils. You don't need 37. Only 2. What is that's the most Scrooge thing I've ever heard. You know how many pencils do you need? How dumb are you? I've never seen a less eloquent human being. The shit he says.
But guys, he has a new marble bathroom that he likes to post about with gold fixtures and his ever-expanding plans for like a $300 million ballroom. A big room where people ball dance.
But also, he tore down the East Wing right before winter.
Which
on
is
the East Coast.
But I'm just saying, what?
The architect got.
I think we're all just saying, what?
The architect did that. He said, this ballroom should not really be a fucking airplane, a golden airplane hangar compared to the White House itself.
So he fired him.
So he was like, you can't do this, sir. So we fired him to get some other.
He wasn't going to pay him anyway.
Well, he fired him, and then they didn't pay the construction company that tore it down.
Yes.
He didn't pay the fucking company.
Of course.
On the White House.
When do people not going to learn about this guy?
So is there just a big open, fucking hallway? For winter?
The ball, it's built. It's built. It's the whole fucking yard. It's just a tent.
So he's basically tore down one of the most important buildings on the planet.
Literally.
He's ripped it down.
We can never get that back.
We can never get the history of it. It's all gone. He paved over Jacqueline Kennedy's fucking Rose Garden.
He paved over Jill Biden's Rose Garden that Jill Biden replaced after the first time he paved over it.
Who
sees a rose garden, not just an historic rose garden, but a rose garden and thinks, you know what would be better there?
Food court.
Concrete.
We need a food court.
For my kitten heels, because it's because it's stable ground.
The noise
for his wobbly left leg, his pirate leg.
Yeah, the draggy leg.
What the fuck
do you see him get out of the golf cart?
It does this.
Yeah, it's like the foot's not connected anymore.
Oh yeah, he does swing it around.
Yeah.
Is that because of the PP catheter thing taped to his leg?
Or it's a dementia thing because he had a stroke or something?
Big thing that was taped to his leg?
Yeah, I think he's just peeing. Shannon, Titus's sister, had to get a catheter put in. She had surgery and had some complications.
Not sure she
my favorite thing, I'm not giving, as you would, I'm not giving details about anything. I'm just saying she had to put a catheter in, and Shannon said, I kind of like it. It feels like I have a secret. Because she's peeing while she's talking to people. And I think that's what Trump's doing. And obviously when it gets full is when I think he's swinging. Because think about
got to move the liquid.
That's my completely made up theory.
Do you remember when he was on stage and he would go and you do this
Yeah.
weird thing, and like, is he
Yes.
shitting right now?
Oh yeah.
I've
He's
never-
pinching something.
Shit like that before. Is that how you guys do it?
Well, all that Adderall over the years has made
Are you
has
cheering
made
for yourselves?
Oh yeah,
RFK,
yeah.
he's actually shitting too with the pull-ups.
Another guy, that guy, like I went over the list
Trump
of idiots.
is shitting in pull-ups.
Do you understand that
Boom.
we have,
Boom.
and then you got Hegseth, who is literally the most, you know what, you're a woman, a guy like Hegseth, you've met guys like Hegseth. What do you think of that douchebag?
You're a woman.
Like, what do you see?
I don't, frankly, I don't, my
You
dear.
know what I mean, though? Like the,
Yeah,
like,
I don't, because
slimy,
they think enough of themselves. They don't need me to.
but the slimy,
Hair perfectly placed, each little curly wave perfectly brecked apart. Do you guys remember Breck?
Yeah,
My dad, when he was in the Marine Corps, would get a black comb and Breck. And I would just sit and watch him like, this is incredible. That actually framed my whole life. It's how I clean. It's how I align things. It's why I don't sleep at night.
you know where he does that Breck thing? He does it in the Pentagon makeup chair. He had a makeup the bed.
Hegseth.
And one more,
I will tell you, you guys might want a little bit of encouragement because this feels like a shit fest today.
it does.
Democrats have now scored big wins yet again.
Yep.
Ready? Florida and Georgia. Two
And
It's happening.
ra-
Come
like
on.
shocking.
And the Florida district, no, the Georgia district was heavily gerrymandered to the right. Like
Yeah.
it was heavily gerrymandered
Yes.
Republican. And people went, hey, no.
I have wondered about this. Can we overcome the gerrymander if we are angry enough and enough people have to come out midterms, please?
The Klan is like, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, but that's. I don't think it's just Democrats. I think
That's what I mean.
I think and here's how arrogant it seems to me. The Republican Party is by far the dumbest party. They don't have self-reflection. They don't have a lot of insight into what they do, or they care about the people. They have this thing where they believe that their voters have a blind loyalty. Now we know, I mean, it's like saying everybody in your family that's Republican is a raging idiot. That's not true. Eventually, so we have people in our family that are Republican, and they're good people at heart. They've got great hearts, and at one point, even they're going to go, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah,
and they're going to just, and they may not talk about it. They may not say it, but they're going to go in that voting booth and go, Democrat, fuck this guy. And they're not voting for the Democrat. They're voting against
that's what's
the
happening.
psycho.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So Trump actually came out and backed Emilio Gonzalez for Miami mayor. And obviously Trump won Miami in 2020, easily surpassing, 24. What year am I in?
exactly.
Easily
25.
surpassing his votes from 2020. So Miami was heavily Trump. And Democrats publicly supported the Eileen Higgins, the county commissioner, Democratic. And in spite of him backing that dude, we won. That was Miami's mayor race. And
And
then
you got Mamdani who took over New York. Didn't something happen in Wisconsin too? We are getting to a place where I think people are waking up. The problem is that I don't think he's going to stop.
so there was another one, Delray Beach. Their Democratic vice mayor easily won a 3-way state legislative special election. On the same day, Eric Gisler.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate your whole life.
Cut.
No, you don't even. By the way, you don't even. You don't even
I love
need to
that
make up a
Ken
nickname.
Is unwinding toilet paper and goes, oh.
You don't even.
Ew.
By the way, you just call him the Jizzler. That's his real name. You don't like. How did your parents give you a nickname? That's the worst.
You
I got
guys-
caught in high school.
Guess what? Throughout our ancestors had their ass kicked all the time.
He easily flipped a state, Mr. G flipped a state house seat in Georgia, scoring an unexpected upset in a district Trump won by 12 points last year.
All right, it's happening.
They said
Okay.
also. They also said about the Texas. They said the Texas gerrymander that the Supreme Court approved. By the way, which we have the most corrupt Supreme Court. When you look at what these people are doing, at one point you have to ask yourself, what do you guys are the most un-American, most unconstitutional Supreme Court we've ever had, and to the point where some of the dissensions from the liberal justices are pretty. Didn't Crockett go off? Not Crockett. Who's the
Maybe Coney Barrett?
No.
Ketanji
Liberal judges. The newest liberal judges.
Ketanji.
Brown Jackson. She was why they played. She read it out loud. She read it. She wouldn't then like I'm not filing this. I'm gonna speak it. And you really get that we have got to a place where these people, they give a fuck about money and power. They sure as hell don't give a shit about America. Yeah. And when you, and I want to talk about the military for a second. I keep forgetting to say this. Our military takes $800 billion a year, right? It's huge. We spend more money on the military and than any other country. Period. Period. Yeah. There's no other country that spends it. And I mean, it's not close. Like China doesn't even spend even anywhere else. So we're spending this $800 billion to blow up wakeboard boats in the Caribbean. I'm sorry, what are we doing? Exactly. We've got ships off the coast of Venezuela. Did Venezuela go after us? Is there some nuclear threat from Venezuela? Yeah. Like, what are we doing? And so when you, and that's your money, that's my money, that's our money. When you do that, and I go, well, why are we spending this much money if you could just take, if healthcare is going to cost us, if we all had healthcare, and it would save America's $450 billion. Do you know these are numbers on the way to work today. Do you know that we pay more than any other country that has universal health care?
Which is crazy
per person.
Wouldn't 12,000 approximately per year per person.
Per person.
Wouldn't the most powerful lobby, which is like, our military, wouldn't they look at healthcare and go, you know what? We can have some of that. If we give them universal healthcare, we can take some of that. We'll take even more. Why wouldn't?
Yeah, but you're talking reason and sense.
Yeah, and all these people want is more money. I mean, listen, there's no company that is set up right now to not do good for the stockholders. I mean, what's happened is, the tail's wagging the dog. The stock market is now held up as this thing. As long as that's doing well, it's good. Exactly. But that's just for the rich people that own stocks and for the rich people that own those companies. Those companies don't go. Although I will say this, the CEO of Costco, that dude's a badass. Let's talk about the good ones. Costco people, if you don't have a Costco card, go get one.
I mean, you should have one anyway, just because it's amazing.
Do you know? we
addictive.
Go like Disneyland sometimes.
It's a problem.
We go to Costco like this. Let's just go look around and walk
and get your gas at Costco. That's like the top. It's like different. If you go to like the whatever no-name gas thing, you don't do that. Oh, you guys have EVs. Shit. Never mind. For us folks with gas cars from
steam
the
engines.
90s.
I haven't. I did. I pumped gas yesterday into my GTO.
Yep.
Oh, the GTO.
Mima and Papa went for a cruise in the GTO yesterday.
And we brought the dogs.
We brought both dogs.
Chaplin hates it.
And it took me forever to leave the driveway because I couldn't get my Bluetooth to hook up to my stereo. And that was the most important thing, obviously. But we did take it to put gas in it. And I parked it, got out, opened the license plate because that's where the gas tank is, and unscrewed the thing. And he goes, I've never been more proud. And I don't know why, because I knew where it was.
No, because you didn't let me. You were like, I want to do it. It's your it's your hot rod. Yeah. But I love that you love that.
I love the smell of gas. I'm not going to lie. And I love when the car has been started up and the garage kind of smells like gas and oil. I don't know why, but
it smells like a vehicle, yeah.
And a car door is like 1,000 pounds. You got to add it to your Fitbod workout.
And the window's like heavy, but doesn't really quite fit. You got to kind of jiggle it.
The trunk is, I believe, I could lie flat in it. I could carry several bodies in that trunk.
And it doesn't have a
massive
safety release.
Oh no!
You're in there, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. I should take them alive. You mean? Good idea.
That car design is so like no matter who we cleaned the garage, which was fun, and then we put a new door in, and it was sitting out in the driveway, and everybody that walks up to that black GTO, it is
that GM.
It's one of those
style.
Yeah, it's one of those designs like the Corvette we're working on too. Like it's 65 Corvette, and I think the 68, 69 GTO are just by far.
Yeah,
like
I love
so above
that car. That's the mountaintop. But getting in it, I told him, I said, I love the smell inside this car. It's that old sun baking on plastic dash and vinyl steering wheel wrap that's laced around. Like we left that, and the seats, like it reminds me of my parents. Do you remember that old car smell? Like I love it. It's very comforting to me.
I'm sure we're all getting like seat cancer from it, but
yeah, totally.
It totally
we're breathing in the
smells
mold that's under the carpet, but it's like a 60.
I always
that's
think
what that
if
smell
I
is.
got in an because it's got just the lap belt right now.
Oh yeah.
And I always think if I got in an accident, at first I'm like, oh, this isn't. And then I think if I hit somebody, especially any newer car,
Going
like,
through it.
knock on. Yeah, I'll just go right through the center. The car will be in two pieces. The people will be dead. That car is a tank. It's crazy.
But it's also before they had, so what they do now with fenders and stuff, they put little cuts in them. So the car it's called a crumple zone.
Yeah.
Now
there's
also, if you hit, the impact's going to be pretty intense. We need to get shoulder belts in it. I got to put shoulder
get the
belts in it.
3-point seat. I did that for my Buick.
I got to do it.
It's
the
not
guy
expensive.
had them. You know, they're up there.
It's the old school
They
one.
came with the rack things up there,
However,
but he's gonna put.
he changed the belts are out,
Yeah.
so you can't take it down and do
Yeah.
it.
Jesus Christ.
So I have
he's
to.
gotta
I'm
do
going to
it.
put the retractables in it.
This episode brought to you by CB Distillery. If the world
Yay!
is stressing you out and you're not sleeping,
I really need some today.
well, holiday time. Stress, you're working, kids are
yes.
out,
Check.
family's coming,
Check.
you're planning parties, you're
Check.
cooking, you're spending way too much money.
Construction on the house.
Construction, you're sealing,
There's holes in it.
whatever it's a lot extra in December leading up to the holidays. So you need CB Distillery, and later nights too, and your sleep schedule gets off. So we're telling you this is the ultimate holiday survival plan, CBD from CB Distillery. Everything you need to have a more merry holiday. And you can put it in people's stockings, for better sleep. You can give it to your fitness friends and tell them that, first of all, you can give them the CBD because it helps with workout recovery, but also CB Distillery has a pain relief stick that people can actually rub on pain, and we have it and it works.
It works.
It's weird how well it works. Also grab yourself some because you're going to need it. Every product at CB Distillery is made with premium quality, clean ingredients. They don't put fillers in it. They don't put anything artificial. They have over 2 million customers that can confirm. With promo code Titus, you can go and save 25% off your entire purchase right now. If you go to cbdistillery.com, enter promo code Titus, you'll get 25% off. That's cbdistillery.com, promo code Titus.
I need a gummy right now.
Specific
I really
product availability depends on your individual state regulations. That's pretty dumb.
I'm very stressed.
Not for them, for the states, I mean. Like,
You know
it's CBD.
Those preachers that it's like a really like exciting thing, and then people come up and then they touch them on the head.
Yeah,
like
and they go that. Yeah,
That's what I feel like the CB Distillery does to you.
It's pretty insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I sent my dad some for his back pain.
Yep.
But it does. I mean, it really does help with an overall feeling of calm. It helps you get a full night's sleep, but there's no after effect. There's no
you wake
hangover.
up refreshed. Like it's great.
It's a great gift, but make sure you're stocked up. And they also do have those products now with THC mixed in for the sleep gummies. And those really work.
Wasn't there a bill passed that they're gonna make THC
They were trying
illegal?
to, yeah.
Did it-
It was in the bill. They just,
The big beautiful bill, the big bullshit bill.
yeah, I'm not calling it that.
No.
Wasn't Mitch McConnell trying to lead it as he paused for
Well, because
that day?
so what happened was he also got $865,000 from the Kentucky bourbon industry, the lobby. So after he got all that money from the alcohol industry, he was like, you know what? We don't need.
So
It is a bill in the new budget that closes the Farm Bill loophole for unregulated intoxicating hemp-derived THC products like Delta 8, THCA, etc.
figures.
Can I point something out though? Okay, so listen, you want to own the libs, got it. But let's just point out, and I've pointed out over and over again, I think in the Armageddon update, but let's point out what the Republicans have taken from you. Healthcare? Yeah. Nope. Don't want you to have it. Fucking tried to kill it. But when you finally got some from a Democrat, they tried to kill it 70 times. Now they finally are killing it in this bill. And you know what they have to replace it? Nothing. They've been talking about it for 10 years. Nothing. So they took your healthcare. They actually want to privatize Social Security and take that. That's your money. You paid into that. They're taking that. They actually want to take away, all the money to schools. They want to give it to charter schools so rich people can send their kids where they want for money, but you can't send your kids if you can't afford it. So they've ruined education, your education. The Democrats didn't do this. We keep trying to put money into education. They took your health care. They took your education. They took your Social Security. They're taking your Social Security now. They actually decided to kill food stamps. So now, even if your kid could go to school, it can't think because it doesn't have any food in its belly. I keep thinking to myself, oh, and then they want to, so do people that actually do have healthcare, it's going up in like a week, right? Yeah. It's going to quadruple, right? Yeah. So why do you vote for the people that use your money against you? They just gave people that already have $100 million, $4 trillion in tax cuts. And you're still like, yep, I'm a conservative. Why?
I don't have any pencils anyway.
Not only, I couldn't even use one if I had one. And by the way, you know who else uses pencils? Trans athletes. Yeah, I don't want men who are women playing women's sports against men who aren't even women.
I already got my doll.
There's like 3 trans athletes. Yeah.
And I will just say that if you are confused about what side to land on, I always find it safest to land on the side of kindness.
Yes.
So if you are feeling like, well, maybe they have a point that immigrants should not have health care. If I said to you, should human beings who need care, who have gotten a car accident, who have been diagnosed with cancer, regardless of who that human being is, do they deserve care even if they're poor or living in this country without documentation?
They got to pull themselves up by their cancer bootstraps.
I just, with an underlying sensibility, I do try and err on the side of kindness and humanity.
You mean like Jesus did? And yet these people claim Jesus constantly. Mm-hmm. Jesus this, Jesus that. They lie. Welcome the foreigner. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Because you were once a foreigner in your own land. Be kind
to the stranger, for you were once a stranger in your own land.
There you go. And then
what you do unto the least of me, what you do unto the least of us, you do unto me.
Mm-hmm. And didn't Jesus go around actually giving people health care? Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm blind.
Boop. Yeah,
there's some health care.
Yes. He was like a traveling doctor.
Hey man, I'm a leper. Boop, there's some health care for you. I got you some treatment. What's the prescription on that? Nothing. What's the copay? Nothing.
Free health care.
Just be cool. Don't be a dick. That was in Jesus' entire copay. Don't be a dick.
I don't know about the sound effect, but we'd have been like,
by the way, something. That was Jesus' quirk. He had to make a funny noise. So by the way, for kids, because who's this guy touching me? But you're like, oh wait, the kid can't see. Beep boop. And that Jesus is hilarious. So Jesus' copay was don't be a dick. There you go. That's it. And yet all these people who claim Jesus are being dicks.
How is Caroline Leavitt wearing such a massive cross? Yet she is a professional liar.
It's so performative. It's all of those people display their faith in such a performative way that is not biblical in any way. And just the way that they treat people and speak about people is not biblical in any way. It's a joke. Marjorie Taylor Greene, claimed Christ. Then you saw how she acted, claimed Trump was sent by God. Now he's turned on her. Now she's like, that dude's crazy. He actually, because of him, my son has had pipe bomb threats called to him. Mm-hmm. I'm getting death threats all because I wanted to release the Epstein files. She went on 60 Minutes. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I've seen clips. And she said that Trump, when he called her, was livid that she voted to release the discharge petition to release the Epstein files. He told her, quote, a lot of people are going to get hurt. pedophiles.
And she goes, how about all the women that got hurt? Marjorie Taylor Greene, I had this soft spot for a second. I saw part of that in it. Leslie Stahl is interviewing, and she goes, "Don't you feel bad about all the horrible things you said to people?" And David Hogg and she goes, "What about all the stuff you said to horrible stuff you said to people?"
Too.
She goes, I don't say yes. You do. These questions are horrible. You're being mean to me right now.
Oh God!
And I just wanted to go, oh right,
there it is.
She's still the same person.
Whoop! There it is.
Which is another noise Jesus used. Whoop!
There it is.
My leg.
There it is.
And then Peter. There it is. Peter knew the bit.
And then Thomas, did that work? That didn't work. Did that work? Thank you, everybody. Good night. Welcome to our Jesus and the Apostles sketch.
That would be a fun sketch to do. Except who's going to play Jesus? Clearly.
Obviously.
I like you didn't even
He had the same
question
hat.
that.
Jesus used to wear that hat.
Trump, again, you guys know, over many years has said that he's going to release the evidence that the election was stolen. He just did an interview with Politico's Dasha Burns. That's where he gave himself an A+++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++++ true leaders do. They lead with that kind of humility. He said that as his proof that the election again, that he lost was stolen, rigged election, is it's going to come out over the next couple of months too, loud and clear, because we have all the information.
Because I love that all the evidence that he's been bitching about for 5 years now, we have it. And we'll show it to you.
That's right.
Eventually.
Stay tuned.
Speaking of that,
Marjorie Taylor Greene said that, remember? My husband has it, and we're going to release it.
Yeah, and they keep saying it, and no one's ever released it. You said something recently. There was 31,000 votes in the national race showed up out of the blue after the polls were closed. Did you see that?
So this is what I was leading you to talk about.
ETA.
Yes.
Yes. So what we would like to do, have you reached out?
Tell the new ones that you just told me.
So what was the name? Bean? What was the national race? So here's what happened. So this woman was ahead in the polls, was beating pretty soundly ahead in the polls with the Republican candidate. They do the election in Nashville like 2 weeks ago. And all of a sudden, she was winning. And then all of a sudden, 31,000 votes showed up. And they did the total of the people in Nashville. It doesn't match. It doesn't match.
Well, you just told me one. They just found, was it Nevada, that the number of votes tallied exceeded the number of registered voters by like 40,000.
That was Florida. Yes. And the same thing happened.
That's a smoking gun.
And we actually also have the guy who bought Dominion voting system and changed it to Liberty voting systems is a MAGA Republican. So I think who should be in charge of the voting systems? NASA. We should actually have like some
Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's it.
Neil deGrasse Tyson and that other young dude who's also the physicist guy. Those two guys, because we can't believe with what I can do with my phone, with what I can send you shit. And we know that as Nathan told us that those voting machines actually have modems in them. Yeah. So which means some of them do. So they can get Wi-Fi. So all you would need is a certain amount per precinct to do it. Now, people, we had ETA on Election Truth Alliance on. I think can we get them?
They're coming on again soon.
Okay, good. So we're going to get them on again because this keeps happening.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what's going on with the lawsuit in New York. The New York lawsuit, there was supposed to be a recount.
I know that it was moving forward.
The judge agreed.
That was Rockland, right?
Rockland County. They basically people, and here's another weird anomaly. On thousands of ballots in Democratic areas, for some reason, down ballot, it was all Democrats.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they didn't vote for Kamala. Mm-hmm. So all you have to do is flip the first, because then everything else looks normal. But so why would all these Democrats vote Democrat and then for some reason vote for Trump?
That makes zero because there's
it doesn't make any
nobody that
sense.
votes for Kirsten Gillibrand,
Right.
Kirsten Gillibrand, and then
And
goes,
that
and I'll
happened-
take Donald Trump.
And that happened in almost in all the swing states.
The last thing I see on Rockland was in July, so I don't see.
So imagine you got one of the biggest criminals. Now, you remember when he was going bankrupt, he was still like screwing all his vendors constantly. So you give that asshole, who actually bankrupted 4 casinos. They said $921 million disappeared. So you give that guy the power of the U.S. government and the bank account of the U.S. government. Do you not think he's going to do all he can to stop anything coming out?
Out in the open, corruption, like the likes of which we've never seen.
A $400 million plane. He started a cryptocurrency that all like Saudi invested like $2 billion in, and then all of a sudden, guess what? They cashed out.
Mm-hmm. What about all these pardons?
Oh, his son Junior just got a
$650 million contract.
defense contract.
What?
Don
Who?
Jr. Don Jr. got
He got a defense-
has a
what the
company
fuck?
got a $620-something million defense contract. You know why?
Why aren't you guys mad?
I don't know why.
But
I'm
Hunter
furious.
Biden had a prostitute.
Yep.
Right, yeah, and
And a little-
did
and a
a
little
job on a
cracky.
board and got $3 million working for a fucking company.
He had
actually-
a little cracky.
He did. He was a little cracky,
He was also
but
a little
also
cracky.
Don Jr. really cracky.
Yeah.
I mean, I have pictures. There's some pictures of him right now where like Gary Busey's like, man, he looks crazy.
He's
Yeah,
got a
he
drug
really
problem.
does. Those videos that he does, it's like, okay, settle down, Tiger. This episode brought to you by Ridge Wallets.
Oh, Ridge.
Where is it, Kenneth?
What a great gift. There are people in my family that
We
are
are
getting,
giving this
they
to
are
someone
they are
for
giving
Christmas.
Them. Like, we've ordered
Did
them.
we already
Yes.
tell that? I don't want to tell that.
No,
This is another
I hope
life
we
hack.
didn't.
I don't think they listen.
These.
There, it is so easy. Can I see it real quick?
Okay, so
I
Ridge
don't have
Wallet.
mine's upstairs.
I
but-
also love that they have the RFID, the
I
chip,
just love
the
that.
blocking
It's so
technology,
easy.
so that you can't get digitally pickpocketed. So that's the whole wallet. Ken can never show
Guys.
what cash looks like in there for some reason, but he's all digital. But that strap right there is where the cash goes,
slap.
and then show the side the cards. It fits up to 12 cards. How do you get those cards out?
This little cutaway here. You see that? Like a guitar. You can push it up right there. Bink. Like that. You do a Jesus sound.
This wallet replaced, Ken was walking around with a smelly, crusty brick in his right pocket that was about this big
And my
and
wallet.
had legal papers hanging out of it or something and gum wrappers.
Yeah, it always looked like it did always look like it had been in an accident.
It was all my
It looked-
registrations.
It looked like
I
it
was-
had been hit on the highway all the time.
These-
Just kind of, yeah,
It was
I
exactly.
roadkill.
like Ridge because they make these out of like premium materials like titanium, carbon fiber, aluminum. They have a million colors. You can also now
some
go
cool
pick your
colors.
favorite team, and they have team branding for your favorite sport team. Over 50 plus colors and styles to
But
choose
people,
from.
it's the size of your credit card.
Yeah.
That's what's brilliant about it. And you when I have mine in my front pocket all the time, a lot less people can't take it from you.
Mhm.
But you couldn't put your wallet or the wallet I used to have in your front
Oh.
pocket. No, it would look like you had a goiter. Look like you had what do you have? We have elephantitis
You
of
got
the
cancer.
temple.
What
Yeah,
is that?
exactly. What is going on? Jesus.
They
What happened to
now
your
have
front?
a new industry-leading built-for-life warranty, so this is cool. Even if your wallet is lost or stolen, they've got you covered. That's pretty awesome. I think you should just go to their website because they don't just have these wallets. They also, the person we got the gift for, they have the key thing
Uh-huh.
that matches. So you have that too,
Yep,
right? You got the olive green
I did.
matching.
How about the bonus battery? How about
They have battery backup
for your
things
phone?
for when you
that
tra-
turns into a
it's crazy.
stand. That turns into a stand for your phone.
Key cases, they make suitcases, they make game-changing power banks. We
Oh my
can
God,
confirm we
I
love
love it.
ours. All with that same kind of elevated, sleek design. This is the best gift to give people right now. You can, for a limited time, they're doing their holiday sale. You can go to Ridge, RIDGE.com. You'll get up to 47% off of your order. This is by far the biggest discount that they do all year. That's Ridge.com for up to 47% off your order during the biggest sale of the year. Tell them that we sent you. Type in Titus Podcast so that they know that you heard about them from us.
Can they take over voting machines? Let's have some Ridge
Serious.
voting
Ridge
machines.
because they have that blocking technology. Elon couldn't get in.
Guys, doesn't it feel like there's a helplessness because we can't? It's almost like we can't do anything.
I did until all of these wins started happening.
Yeah, but
it's one after another.
But it's such an example of what we were taught as kids about democracy. You got to show up. You got to fucking show up.
Yeah,
and because we got used to, if you go from Eisenhower on, we got used to it's just going to be okay. It's going to be okay, and then Obama came in after the crash of 2008 and fixed it again, saved GM and Chrysler. And then we get dipshit and everything goes to shit. And then people woke up to the fact. Then we got Biden and we all went like this. And we didn't have to worry about it. In fact, do you remember there was a couple months there where we didn't really hear from Biden?
Well, he did that too. He went,
yeah, but he was signing infrastructure bills. He was going places and he was busting his ass worldwide. And that's why in the debate when he came back, he had just got over COVID and he was tired of shit. And now again, it feels like we've got a Supreme Court that's selling out on the daily. We've got the Republican Congress doing absolutely nothing. Do you know they go on vacation next week? They just got off 45 days.
They just came back to work for like 3 months. What the fuck?
They go on vacation next week. And then the executive branch is just full of this clusterfuck clown car of just literally the lowest of the low. And I feel I have this moment where I'm like, I keep saying scream sanity. We can do what we do here, but everybody's got to talk about it. And to you people that do listen for whatever reason, even if you back the president, do some research. Just sit down. You know, it's like, I do my own research. Well, fucking do it then. Because if you look at what the Republicans are taking from you, I would be fucking furious. I am furious. But I mean, if I was a Republican, I'd be like, you guys, wait, you're telling me you're helping me. I back you up repeatedly and you keep fucking me at every turn. Yep. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
And this $12 billion bailout for the farmers doesn't add up. It doesn't cover the cost that they've incurred. He's like patting himself on the back, but our farmers are screwed. And the beginning part of that was the USAID. You know, our farmers supplied that food, and now all those contracts are killed.
But that's the dumb thing. But people are like, well, how? Well, yeah, we're not going to buy food for other country.
Ding dong.
It was a way to help our farmers make money, and it was a twofer. How often? It's a threefer. You're right, because we had our farmers were getting paid. We had starving people getting food, which means their countries can start. That gives them bootstraps to pull themselves up. Yep. Then we would send in 2 or 3 CIA guys with the crew, figure out what the hell was going on with the country, and they could warn us. Like they would call and get guys, we got this crazy guy. He looks like he's running. We got to deal with this guy. So we had, that was at the 3. It's a fucking 3-for-1 and you killed it. Elon Musk today, they interviewed him. I saw an interview and he said, would you do Doge again? And he goes, no. He said, no, he said, before I did it, after I did it, that's when people started burning cars.
And Tesla dealerships. Of course, he didn't suffer at all with his $1 trillion pay package. What the hell?
Do you realize that if I did some shit wrong and they started burning down funny bones, I'd be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
You said that joke.
Maybe you should apologize publicly.
Yeah, there you go. But I thought Marjorie Taylor Greene had a moment where because she's getting out of Congress and you apologize publicly, this is covering, I just want to connect to that. If she just said, hey, to David Hogg, I was trying to get noticed and you know what? He had a point. He has his own point. Maybe we don't agree, but he has his point. Yep. And she was so herself. We kept waiting for, we're going to see a rebirth of nope, she's still a twat. Yeah. That's what I thought.
So we're always like looking for the reason for their craziness or like looking for them to finally just.
But I think this is another thing with Democrats and Republicans. I think the Democrats believe in the goodness of people. I don't you think so?
Yeah.
And I think the Republicans believe everybody's out to get them and I'm going to get what I want. Yeah. And if you look at where we are, that's exactly what's happening. You were bringing up doing kindness, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know Prince gave away like millions and millions of dollars, but one of the caveats when Prince gave money away was you could never bring it up ever. If you ever tell anybody, you have to give the money back.
How hard was that? That must have been really hard to do
What?
for him. Did fucking Elon say, we were talking about this last week.
Oh, yeah,
he said
about
it's
charity.
fucking hard, it's hard to do. Motherfucker, you're the richest motherfucker in the fucking fuck.
Yeah, in the middle of that. So last week, Elon Musk says they plan where he goes. Giving charity is really hard. It's really to what do you say, to help people is it's complicated. It's complicated. Mackenzie Scott,
He said it was hard.
3 days ago, gave gave 3 California colleges like $70 million. It wasn't that hard. She went here.
So he's admitting, he's saying it's hard for somebody as greedy as me to give money away.
I think his autism, whatever that Asperger's thing he has, I think gets in the way of empathy. The man has no empathy.
Yeah.
And that's what I find with Democrats have empathy and there is sympathy and we can actually connect to what it is. It's also why if we think we can see good in everybody, what ends up happening is we let them, all right, we'll follow the rules because everybody should follow the rules and we're going to be good and everybody's going to follow the rules.
We're all in this together, right?
No, we are not. And we're learning. And Newsom and his social media team has just been raking Trump over the coals to the point where, is this a true story? Can you look this up?
Which one?
Gavin Newsom went to the White House to try to get FEMA money for the fire victims and they wouldn't even talk to him.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think it was recent.
Yeah, that
This
was
last
like
week.
Yeah. If that's true, that's our money anyway. And what bothers me about that is that we give the rest of the country $230 billion more than we get every year in California because we actually just passed Japan as the 4th largest economy. And it bothers me that this prick can go, no, you guys, in the one time we really, not one time because there's going to be earthquakes, there's always fires, but we really needed, that's a nice neighborhood. We really needed some help. And it's kind of stunning the heartlessness of this asshole.
Yeah, any other president, any other generation, just refusing something based on a grudge or just being a fucking dick. That was unheard of. That would have been he would have been impeached just for that.
But he thinks the White House is his. Mm-hmm. He thinks that he can do what he wants. That he owns the country now. Mm-hmm. Like the country's his company. Yeah.
It's his company.
And it's fucking not. And that's another thing too. For all these people that bitch about socialism, he's taken 10% of all these chip deals.
Yeah.
He's taken 10%.
Private companies.
He just said he was getting involved in the
merger or the
merger with Warner Brothers.
Paramount Warner Brothers situation.
Do you know why? And you know why? Why? Because who's working for Paramount? Kushner. Because Kushner is part of the deal.
Why? How is this fucking allowed? Why is
it's not? That's
why,
the whole.
The problem is none of the people on the other side are voicing any pushback
because you got Republicans. Well, first of all, we got Schumer coming out and our side. Let's rip on the Democrats for a second. Schumer comes out and go, "What did he say yesterday about the video?" He said it was unsatisfactory. He goes, the meeting was unsatisfactory.
Even the fucking language you're using.
They're murdering people in the ocean. And the briefing they gave us was unsatisfactory. And I just want to go, why are fuck, can you just do something?
Exactly.
And then on the other side, you got the Republicans, the entire Republican Congress doing there's one or two guys that are talking shit, right? And that's it.
Side, yeah.
Thomas Massey pissed Trump off.
And there's people quitting now because they're not going to run again because they just can't deal with this. I don't understand why nobody's doing anything. When you've got a Supreme Court that is so corrupt that from everybody, from Alito to oh my God, man, Clarence Thomas, Jesus, just a dark soul, and they're violating the fucking our own Supreme Court, appointed to protect the Constitution, are violating it week by week. They just gave Trump this last year, gave him immunity so he could get out of the fucking. He committed treason, and this is where I'm starting to have this weird. And I want to scream, and I know I'm supposed to be the hopeful one, but I'm scared, man. I don't see anybody fixing it, and if the voters are going to come out, but Dominion voting system is now owned by the guys running the voting system is a MAGA Republican. I just don't even see how we get out of this.
I mean, look, he's getting an MRI each week.
There you go. That's
good.
by the way,
Look.
thank you. Oh, you gave me hope. Oh, got blood clots.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Nature may solve this.
Oh, thank God. Nature, really? Possibly nature?
Yeah.
May, okay.
Climate change isn't real, but
maybe stairs will take him out.
Exactly. One
with floppy foot. His
one
floppy-
golf cart, wrong move.
I'm rarely this pessimistic, but I am to the point where they're not dumb at setting up all the pieces. And Stephen Miller, the people that he has around him are like the darkest human beings. Shot a dog in the face, you know. I mean, I where's the light, man? Newsom is, I guess. Swalwell's running for governor of California.
Yep.
What do you think?
I thought Katie Porter
too.
going to as well. That gets tough.
It does, because I like them both. It does get tough.
Yeah, they're both good.
Tom Steyer?
I don't understand what that dude's up to. I don't understand.
Guys, do me a favor. We are. I'm off for December. However, I'm going back to my home club, Rooster Teeth Feathers, on the 6th and 7th.
Yeah, go to the website because those are great Christmas gifts. If you don't know what to give
People-
someone, go look. There's a bunch of dates for sale. You can go give someone tickets.
It's the first show. Doomed to Repeat is done now. I'm actually, I take that back. I'm adding 2 pieces to it that I'm writing. But I'm going to be breaking in those brand new pieces at Rooster Teeth Feathers the first week in January, 6th and 7th. And then I'm going to be at Wise Guys in Salt Lake City, Utah. Great club. Such a fun place to play, man. And then I'm going to be in New York on the 3rd week, 2 in the Bell. What's it called? The Bell Room?
Bell House.
The Bell House. The Bell
Brooklyn.
House. And Brooklyn, and I'll be there with Doomed to Repeat. This next year with this show, guys, it's probably going to get a little spicier, is what I think.
All right, we got to do it's literally the fucking opposite of Trump.
And 2 years ago today. 2 years ago today.
Ukraine support. Biden announced another $200 million in security aid for Ukraine and held a joint meeting with Zelensky, reaffirming U.S. resolve against Russia. Also, he warned Israel that its indiscriminate bombing was costing it global support, emphasizing the need for civilian protection and a shift from a hardline government.
So basically, Biden was saying, "Hey guys, we should actually we should stop the guy that just invaded a country illegally, and we shouldn't kill children and innocent civilians."
Yeah, and don't bomb hospitals. Yeah. Economy released a statement on the latest Consumer Price Index report, noting falling prices for many goods, but stressing ongoing fights to lower costs for healthcare, utilities, and, remember this, to eliminate junk fees.
Oh, gosh, I do remember that.
Trump killed that. By the way, who's Trump working
go
for?
pick up steroids. They called in steroids, too.
Oh, no.
Last time I was on steroids, we were on the road somewhere, and I was passing out on stage. Do you remember that?
That was
Where
weird.
were
That was
we?
weird.
And then a nurse came up after because I had to tell everybody I'm about to pass out.
You were also drinking really heavily at that time.
No, I wasn't. I was on steroids and antibiotics.
Antibiotics.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Go get those tickets to the shows. I will see you this next year. Keep listening to the podcast. We're going to have ET on pretty quick. We're going to go over this whole voter thing again. They have got to be, didn't they file a lawsuit? They filed a lawsuit.
Yeah, I think
There's
several.
a couple of them.
Yeah. So
North
we gotta
Carolina.
That's coming up. Keep watching, guys. Do me a favor. Thank you. I want to thank you guys for watching and listening. We are at almost 450,000 subscribers on the podcast now.
That's just YouTube.
That is just YouTube, right?
That's not.
Oh, that's not the rest of them.
Uh-uh.
That's YouTube.
Pandora, Libsyn, straight through the platform.
Just YouTube.
Apple, iTunes. A lot of people just listen to the audio. That's just your YouTube number.
Thank you, guys.
Not your hour.
We're going to keep screaming sanity. And I'm a little down today. My house is tore up and it's freaking me out. I have to be honest. I'm very stressed.
Just like the White House.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of leaks in the White House.
The East Wing is destroyed. In our house.
Right before winter? What are you thinking?
I know. God, I thought it was going to be some paint, some sanding and some paint. Nope. Whole second floor, gone. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray and the Highlander and this guy.
Oh.
Who would you say hi to?
River. Hi, River.
River. Hey, buddy.
Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy, River?
She just sent another video. He sits with his squeaky toy in his mouth watching the podcast, and then she'll go, "Is that a puppy?" When Groucho, and he starts going, "Squeak, squeak, squeak." You have to put the video in. It's amazing.
Titus Podcast dog treats going to be on sale soon.
Exactly. And doggy clothing. It's all coming, baby.
Later.
Bye, guys.
There could be only one.